Hello YouTube world, Crazy Eddie Edward John Chesky. Please like and support. It is Friday the 9th of May 2025 at 3:51 or almost 4 o'clock Central Daylight Time, stinking Lincoln, Nebraska. And so I put up the one video last night. This is a follow through. So since I'm having problems with the welder, the idea of ribboning it came across. This one already, the metal, I got it too close to the end for the length of this piece. Not this piece, my patch panel, but the underline ended up being too soft, so that one ain't gonna hold too much. But this one's holding firmly, and even that is enough. But again, the overall function is to be able to do one and get beyond some of those stupid, silly nerves. Because for this thing, there's no reason to have stupid, silly nerves. But I think it's more like thinking ahead for doing other types of major work, as I already kind of screwed up on the one ledge and got it going in the wrong direction when I was trying to pound it out, following the mechanic jacks or whatever, Han or jacks, some Asiatisch dude, and he does some awesome work. And there's a second guy that's Asiatisch does some awesome work. As well as other ones, 65 Ford and the ones that I've seen and follow on some of their things. So anyhow, I re-flattened it back out, took out some of the rounding, not, completely nothing fancy, no planishing hammers. I don't have any of that at the moment, but just enough to, and I'll show you then what I'm using for my arsenal of tools. What I got on board right now, the ball peen. I think it's maximal pound. This particular vice grips. Two of the Sharpies. This is a fine one. This is a more blunt nose. 10 millimeter for taking this piece on and off 1,000 million billion times. Shout out for the Jap Hands Karl Fischer. Sorry, I didn't have his name at the top there. This is my original, pretty fired up when I made this cardboard here to cover up, because I actually tried to pull that out, and what ends up being is all around the edge, it's just lapped over. I don't even think there was much, if any, for any tack welds there. And what's happening underneath, whatever this thing is going to be called here, if that's still just a rocker panel, I mean, that section is generally called a rocker panel underneath there, but that whole outer skin, there's like so much dead space through those holes. There's just like spars only every so often, and everything is very shittily spot welded, as in so few spot welds, and so that as soon as you get any kind of rust on there, which is invariably going to happen, it just rots it out. So anyhow, what was I saying? Oh, and here's what I then formed over for this side and this side, try to get it more rectangular to follow. The reverse curve and the curve, and the curve and the reverse curve, and then on the corners between vice gripping it and ball peening it to try to bring it to a little bit different shape. And I don't know what the other one even looks like. I was out at the junkyard, there wasn't an exact match, and I didn't think to look underneath there. So I'm really just winging it. But now here's the other thing, it doesn't matter, because all the way from about here roughly, I believe that whole section is all normally under the skirt, just compared to the other side. So it doesn't have to be pretty underneath here. I'm just getting more particular on it when I get into anything, is just so I can learn how to do it for the other sections where it's going to be a little bit more evident. But this whole section, that's all under that whole section goes under that whole plastic skirting. That's why this is indented. I think even this piece here that sits back, that I think the plastic might sit flush with the plastic. It's not even, I don't think there's any metal showing there. So, just to follow up real quick as possible here. Total of 3 rivets, because the one I drilled back out so I could get this drilled through here differently. So it's not perfect, it's not intended to be. It's just to get that first patch panel done. This is actually some material from, if I recall correctly, that's one of the pieces out of a mailbox that I found somewhere. So this is nothing fancy. This is all, you know, anything I could find to do without one freaking cost. What can I do with existing tools to start? And this was not from the accident. That was already routed out before. That's one of the things that was when I got it. So, anyhow, thank you so much. Please like and support. Edward Jonjeski out.